Welcome to yet another solution video. If you like this video, please share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Question number 1. A line L has this equation. Okay. Points A and B have coordinates somewhere. They are points A and B. So let's say this is A. It is minus 6, 7. The coordinates are. And let's say B is here. 1, 9 are the coordinates of B. Find the equation of the line parallel to L, okay, parallel to L, which passes through the midpoint of AB. Okay, so if they are connected, suppose this is the midpoint, so the line we want to find equation of passes through the midpoint of AB. All right, so for finding the equation of a line, this is what we need. This is the format. Okay, so y and x are fixed general points, so we will not change them. Now, x1, y1 are the points on the line. This point, let's call it M, is the only point which lies on this line, and we have to find its coordinates, which will be x1 and y1, which we will substitute here. So, because this point is midpoint of AB, so the midpoint coordinates will be minus 6 plus 1 over 2. The x coordinate of this plus x coordinate of this divided by 2. And y coordinate will be y coordinate of first one plus y coordinate of second one divided by 2. So it comes out to be how much? Minus 5 over 2. So x is minus 5 over 2. And it will be 7 plus 9, 16 over 2, 8. Minus 5 over 2 and 8. These are the coordinates of midpoint. Okay, so let's use them here. X is minus 5 over 2. Okay, two minuses. One is part of the equation. Second one is with here, 5 over 2. And we have y is 8. Now, M is left gradient. M is the gradient. Because these two lines are parallel, whatever is the gradient of line L will be the gradient of this second line. So, gradient of L. So, this is 4x plus 5y equal to 9. This is the equation of the line. We have to find gradient out of this. So, we'll convert it to gradient intercept format, y equal to mx plus c format. Okay, and m becomes the gradient. So that means y has to be alone and independent of 5. So let's divide all of them by 5. So this 5 cancels here. And let's take this 4 over 5x to the other side. So we get y equal to negative 4 over 5x plus 9 over 5. So the gradient becomes minus 4 over 5, which we will use here because this line is parallel to the earlier line. And that's it. This is the equation. You can leave it here or simplify. And since they have given this format for L, let's do a similar thing. So 5 will multiply with this whole thing. We get 5y minus 40 by cross multiplication. And minus 4 will multiply with its bracket. So minus 4x and this minus and this minus. There are three negatives. Will become minus plus 20. Yeah, 4 times 5 is 20 over 2, which is 10. So let's bring 4x also to the left side. So final equation becomes 4x plus 5y equal to negative 10 is here, and negative 40 when comes to right becomes positive 40. And our answer will be 4x plus 5y equal to 30. That's the equation. Okay. Next one. Solve the equation with these logarithms. Okay. So since they are both same base logarithms, it becomes easy for us. So we will combine the two logs with base 5. And because they're subtracting, that means the one which is positive becomes the numerator and the one which is negative divides it. The contents divide because of negative is equal to 2. Next thing, to find x, we have to get rid of log. So whenever we get rid of log, the other side becomes the exponent of the base here. So it will become 5 square here. That's the rule. And now we'll cross multiply again. 2x multiplies here. So 8x plus 7 equal to 50x. 25 times 2x, 50x. Okay, and let's bring 8x to the right side. 7 equal to 50x minus 8x. 42x equal to 7. Divide both sides by 42. Here it cancels. Here also it cancels, but it's 6. So we get x equal to 1 over 6. Okay, what next? A group of students, 4 girls and 3 boys, stand in a line. Okay, total 7 people, right? If we do not distinguish between them. Okay, find the number of different ways the students can stand in line if there are no restrictions, just 1 mark. And rightly so, because if we have 7 people and they want to stand in a line, they are different people, answer is 7 factorial always. If the number of places and number of candidates are equal, you can write 7 factorial, or 7p7 is the same thing. B part, the number of different ways the students can stand in line if 3 boys are next to each other. That means there are 3 boys and all of them are next to each other. So whenever they say next to each other, always make a box and put them inside. So boy 1, boy 2 and boy 3, they are inside a box and they will move wherever we want to make them stand. They will move together so that they are together. All right. And we have how many? 4 girls. So these 5 entities, these 4 girls and 1 boy's box can move in how many ways? Correct, 5 factorial, because 5 places and 5 things have to move with each other. So now we have to see if these boys can change their places in the box. If B3 comes in place of B1, that will become a different arrangement because this box is invisible, right? This is our creation. But if they change their places, that becomes a different arrangement. So these 3 boys can change their places in this box in 3 places. So it will be 5 factorial times 3 factorial. And 5 factorial is 120 times 3 factorial is 6. 720 arrangements are possible. Well, I forgot to write the value of this. This should be 7 factorial 5040. Okay, just you can use your calculator. I know 7 factorial is 5040. Okay, let's see what's next. Cam and Dia are 2 girls. Okay, find the number of ways the students can stand if if Cam and Dia are not next to each other. It's a very common kind of question. I have actually made a video on top 10 types of questions which are asked on permutation and combination. I will put up a link in the description here. And in this kind of questions, when 2 of the girls should not be together, we can easily use this method and say that when they are together and then subtract from the total number of combinations possible, 5040. But I will not do that. Why? Because it works only for 2 people. It doesn't work for 3 people, 4 people. So I avoid such kind of method. So let me tell you the easier one. Whenever we don't want 2, 3 or 4 people not to be together, just focus on the others, remaining ones. Total there are 7, right? Out of these 2 girls don't want to be together. So we are left with 5 people. So these 5 people will stand anyhow they want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people, 5 places, 5 factorial ways they can stand. Now let's talk about these 2. These 2 can take these places, the dots I'm drawing. Any of these 6 dots they can take. Suppose what is Cam stands here and Dia stands here. See, they have 2 people in front of them. These dots are unused. So basically there's no space. They're just there. So we have to choose any 2 places out of these 6 places where they can stand. And I said choose, we use combination for choosing, right? But here the order is important. If Dia is here and Cam is here, or they change their places, the order is different. It becomes a different arrangement. So we'll not use C here. We will use P. there are total 6 places. We have to put C and D in those 6 places and we'll get our arrangement. When I use my calculator, 120, yes, it's 120, and then we have 30, 6p2, 30, 3600 arrangements. Let's move on to the next one. Find the x coordinates of the points of intersection of curves, this one and this one. Give your answers correct to 3 decimal places. So whenever they give you 2 equations, just try to equate either x or y of one into the other. Substitute. So look, a y is already isolated here, so we can substitute 3 over 2x in place of y in the second one. Otherwise, we could have made x a subject and substitute x. In both cases, we will get the same answer. But since they are asking x coordinate, that means eliminate y, which is very easy here. So x square over 4 is okay, the first one. But in place of y, I will write 3 over 2x square, and then we have divided by 9 equal to 1. Now this has become it. Now this has made this one very complex. So let's do what? Know a rule that the denominator of a numerator is denominator. So basically it will be 3 square, which is 9, but 2x square will join this 9 and become a denominator, which is 4x square, right? That is the square of 2x, and we already had a 9 at the denominator. So now it becomes easier, equal to 1. All right, the 9 and 9 cancel out, and we are left with what? X square over 4 plus nothing is on top, so 1. Don't put 0, okay? If everything is cancelled in multiplication or division, never ever make it 0. It's 1. Now, it is in a rational form, which doesn't look good. So let's take care that let's remove the denominators. Why? Right? What is the LCM of these two? 4x square is the LCM. Multiply the whole equation by that least common multiple. Okay, so 4x square multiplies with x square becomes 4x to the power 4 divided by 4 we had here, plus 4x square times 1 is 4x square divided by 4x square equal to 4x square times 1 will be 4x square. So this 4 and this 4 cancel. This whole of 4x square cancels and nothing cancels here. So we can rearrange this equation now as x to the power 4. Then this 4x square, I will take it to the left side, minus 4x square. Then nothing left here. So what do we are left with? 1. If everything is cancelled, is 1. So now, x to the power 4, x square, x. It looks like a quadratic, but quadratic has a power 2, not 4. So we'll say, let's assume x square is equal to m. So now it becomes m square, because x square square will be x to the power 4 minus 4m plus 1 equal to 0. Factoring may not work in this, so I will use quadratic formula, which is minus b plus minus square root 4ac over 2a. It's given in your formula sheet on the first page of the exam. So minus 4 is your b, so minus 4 will be positive 4 plus minus square root, okay, 4 square minus 4 square minus 4 times 1 times 1. This is, it has a1 and b, c is also 1, so I will write 1 only. Alright, so it is minus 4. Yeah, okay, so divided by 2a, 2 times 1. So 4 plus minus square root 16 minus 4, 12 over 2. Square root 12 can be written as, let me do it here, square root 12 can be written as square root 4 times square root 3. So square root 4 is 2, square root 3 is the conversion. So this becomes 4 plus minus 2 square root 3 over 2. But they're saying give your answer in 3 decimal places. So first we'll evaluate this, because mind it, we are getting the value of m, not x square. We'll square root it later. So let me see what decimal value it gives me. So we get two values for m, which is x square 4 plus 2 square root 3 over 2, and second one I can write here, m equal to x square, which is 4 minus 2 square root 3 over 2. Okay, so let's evaluate, because they are saying in decimal places, right? Some decimal, 3 decimal places they want the answer. So let's do this one. X square equal to, I'll need my calculator for this one. Let me use it. And by the time I do that, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends, and if my subscribers increase, I'll be motivated to make even more videos for you, and the knowledge will be spread out throughout the world. So I got this one as 3.732 and some more digits, but I'm not interested, because I think they will be enough for giving us answer in 3 digits, 3 decimal places rather. So it will be x equal to plus and minus 1.931. Let me see if they want positive only. No, that means we will give answer in x coordinates. Okay, so there are two answers here. Similarly, here x square will be 4 minus 2 square root 3 over 2. So let's put that, and I get 0.2679 for this. Square root again, and we'll get plus minus x equal to plus minus, it will be more than 2.2679, 5175. But we want 3 decimal places, so it will be plus and minus 0.518. What's next? This is next. The diagram shows a graph of an absolute function where fx is a quadratic function. They have confirmed it. Okay, write down the two possible expressions for fx. So now we can see, because of absolute, there is nothing negative, everything is positive. So let's see what is the first possibility. First possibility is that the curve was like this, right? And because of absolute, this negative part became positive like this, right? So let's write the equation of this parabola, the original parabola, and then we'll put absolute signs against it. All right. So equation of a quadratic function is ax minus b, where a and b are the x-intercept and a is the coefficient. Okay. Since this curve, this parabola is opening up, a will be positive. So let's find what are the x-intercept. We can see they are 1 and 4. So we can write here y equal to a x minus 1 x minus 4. Now how do we find this a? For finding a, we know 3 points, but we can't use x-intercept. If I use x-intercept, it will become 0. So they have given y-intercept also. We'll use y-intercept to find the value of a. So y is 4, because the coordinates here are 0, 4, equal to a, x is 0 and 0. So 4 equal to minus 1 times minus 4 is 4a. So a is 1. So we can write the first possible equation can be y equal to a is 1, so I'm not writing it anymore, x minus 1 x minus 4. And no need to write fx, these absolute signs, because they are asking fx, not with absolute sign. This is the first possibility. What about the second one? Let me erase this lower part. So instead, this part was already positive. It's possible that these two parts, this on the left and right, they are reflected. That means the graph was like this. A complete reflection of the previous part. Complete reflection of this one. So that second possibility of fx, I wrote y here, you can write fx also, okay? Fx is a negative of what we got earlier. Everything else remains same. So if you put an absolute around this or around this, you'll get this black colored graph. So these are the two possibilities, this and this. Alright, there is one more part to this. The three roots of px equal to 0, where px is this, are these three. Okay, we have n and n plus 1. That means two numbers next to each other, where a and b are positive integers and n is negative. Alright, find px, simplifying your coefficients. Okay, they have given you the hint, simplifying your coefficients. That means we should get something comparable to these coefficients. Alright, let's get factors out of them. X equal to 1/5. This is one of the roots, right? So 5 multiplies here, 5x equal to 1. And if we want to make it root, because px is equal to 0, so this comes here, 5x minus 1 equal to 0. This becomes one factor. So that is the first factor, 5x minus 1. Now second factor is n. So x is equal to n, so x minus n equal to 0. This becomes second factor, x minus n. And similarly x minus n plus 1. This is the third factor, and px, this is equal to 0. Now we have to expand this so that we can compare px with this one. So let's multiply x minus n with 5x minus 1 first. Okay, 5x times x, we get 5x square. 5x times n will be 5x. Now let's, because these are the coefficient of x cube, x square and x, so let's combine them. 5x cube is alone, there's no other x cube, but we have 5nx square minus 5x square n, which is minus 10xn square basically. There's one x square here also and nothing else. So plus, and let me write x square later. So we get minus 10n and minus 5 and minus 5 and minus 1 will be minus 6 here. Now we will write x. Okay. So x is, this one is x, 5n square. We have any other with n square? No. This is only with n square. So 5n square from here. Now we have 5n here, plus 1n here, and then plus 1n here with x. Okay. So that becomes 7 plus 7n. And then there is only one x without anything. Do we have anything here? No. This is the only one, plus 1. Now this is done, this is done, this is left. Minus n square minus n equal to 0. I hope I've done everything. Let's compare it with this is simplifying your coefficients. So the first one is 5x cube, which is equal to 5x cube here, no problem, it's equal. Next one is ax square, and now we can write minus 10n minus 6 is a. Then after that we have bx, this is b. 5n square plus n, 7n rather, plus 1 equal to b. And then we have minus 2. Yeah, minus 2. So minus n square minus n equal to minus 2. And this is the only one where we have only one variable. So let's make all of them positive first. And rearrange. N square plus n minus 2 equal to 0. So let me find the value of n from here. N plus 2n minus 2 equal to 0, and taken common to 1, this is n square. N plus 2 minus 1, n plus 2 equal to 0. So the two factors are n minus 1, n plus 2 equal to 0. So this gives us n minus 1 equal to 0. This gives us n plus 2 equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to minus 2. And they said n is negative. As far as I remember, yes, n is a negative integer. That means the positive 1 we will ignore, n equal to minus 2 is our answer. So let's put that here for a. Minus 10 times minus 2 minus 6 equal to a. So that becomes positive 20 minus 6 equal to a, and 14 equal to a. The value of a comes out to be 14. Now 5 times minus 2 square plus 7 times minus 2 plus 1 equal to not 6, it is b. Okay, so 4 times 5 is 20 minus 14 plus 1 is b. 6 plus 1, 7. b is equal to 7. So we got a, b and n, all of this. What are they asking now? Where a and b are positive, find px, simplifying your coefficient. So let me write px now here. Final answer is this one. 5x cube plus a came out to be 14 as far as I remember. A is 14. B came out to 7 minus 2. This is px. Great. So what next? Use the binomial theorem to expand this. Okay, we can do that. In ascending powers of x, as far as the term in x cube, simplify each term. So binomial expansion is given in your formula sheet. So let's do that. So 7c0 and then power of 3x has to be 0 because they're saying up to x cube, ascending powers of x. So we will take this as the first term, 3x to the power 0, and 1 comes out to be the second, which will have all of 7 power. Then 7c1, 3x to the power 1, 1 to the power 6. The sum of this exponent and this exponent, we should be equal to the total number of exponent in the original binomial. Then 7c2, 3x square, 1 to the power 5, and finally 7c3, 3x cube, and 1 to the power 4. They wanted up to cube only. So let's expand. So 7c0 is 1, anything power 0 is 1, and 1 to the power anything is 1, all three ones. 7c1 will be 7, 3x to the power 1, 3x, and 1, plus 7c2 is 21, 3x square will be 3 square, and x square, which is 9x square. You might be thinking, how do I know 7c2, 7c3? They are repeatedly used in exams and questions. So I have an experience of about 20 years of teaching. So I know these calculations. You can use your calculators. 7c3 is 35, 27x cube, and 1. So this will give us 1. 7 times 3, 21x plus 21, okay, this is 1, and times 9. 210 minus 21, 189x square. 35 times 27 will be 135 13,945 x cube. This is the expansion up to x cube. And here we have the second part also. Show that the expansion in part 1, which is here, gives the value of this equal to this to 2 decimal places. So we'll substitute, it was 1 plus 3x, right? 1 plus 3x to the power 7. I want to convert it to 1.0 to the 03 to the power 7. So it will be 1 plus 0.03 to the power 7. So now if I compare this and this, how can I get 3x as 0.03? Let me write here. 3x is 0.03. Divide by 3. Divided by 3. So x, this and this cancel. X equal to 0.01. So basically this can be written as 1 plus 3 times 0.01 to the power 7. So in this expansion, wherever we have x, we will replace it by 0.01, and that will give us the answer. 1 plus 21x, 0.01, plus 189x square plus 945 x cube. Alright. So 1 plus 21 times 0.2. There are 2 decimal places, so both these will become decimal places. 0.21 plus square of 0.01 will be 0.0001. 4 places. If there are 2 places, squared makes it 4 places. So we have just 3 of them. So it will become 0.0189 plus this 0.01 whole cube will become 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. This is the cube of 0.01, and 945 has 3 spaces only. We want 6. So there will be 3 zeros before that. 0.000 and then 945. And if you add all of them, definitely you're going to get 1.23 up to 3 decimal places. Let's see what's next. Find the term independent of x in the expansion of this. So independent of x means there should not be any x, and we have one numerator here, one denominator here. Whenever you have such a situation, ignore the digits. This 2 and this 2 I'm ignoring. I'm seeing myself that there is 1 x to the power 4 and there is 1 over x. Now I have to distribute this 15 into 2 parts so that the exponents on the numerator and denominator become equal so that they cancel out. What I mean is this. Let me try with 1. So this is, I put 1 here and 14 here. I have to distribute 15 into 2 parts, 1 and 14. So this becomes x to the power 4 and this becomes x to the power 14, and no way they will cancel out because it's much more than that. So let's increase it to x to the power 4 to the power say 3 and x to the power how much? 2, 15, 12. And by chance this works. Why? Because x to the power 12, 4 times 3 is 12, and 1 over x to the power 12, they are exactly equal, they will cancel out. So this is what we have to write, 3 and 12. Okay, so let's go here. We'll write 15, C, 3 or 12, anything you can write. I'm writing 3. Okay, then x to the power 4 over 2 to the power, we said 3, right? This number and this number always matches. Then we have 2 over x to the power 12, and this term is independent of x. For 15C3, I need a calculator. Let me do it. 15C3, 455 is this, and then we get here x to the power 12. And mind it, this cube will apply to 2 also, so 2 cube is 8. This 12 will apply to 2 as well. So 2 to the power 12 will be 4096 over x to the power 12. These things cancel. We already planned this earlier. And now just evaluate these two. So this will be 5, 1, 2. And now 455 multiplied by 512. Let me do this one also. 232960. That is the term. Question 7. In this question, all angles are in radians. So set your calculator to radians. Solve the equation from minus pi to pi. This is what we should understand first. This is 0 degrees. If you go to this way, this is pi, 180 degrees. And if we go this way, clockwise, this is minus pi. So basically, we will start from this minus pi, increase to 0, and then move to pi. This is what our range of answers should be. So, question is solve the equation, this one. We can see there is a secant square theta, and we have a tan theta. We should either convert tan into secant or secant into tan, and converting secant into tan is easier because we have this in our formula sheet. Secant square theta is 1 plus tan square theta equal to tan theta plus 3. Let's bring these two also to the left side. So we are left with tan square theta, then this becomes minus tan theta. This 3 becomes minus 3, and we have a 1 already here. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. And let's assume tan theta be equal to just t. So it will become what? T square minus t minus 2 equal to 0, and this is what we have to factor to get the answers. So I'll use the factoring method again. Minus 2t plus t minus 2 equal to 0. You can use your calculators, as I tell you every time. I'm using this because I like factoring if possible. If it is difficult, then it is difficult. So I use quadratic formula. Otherwise, factoring is good. So we got here t plus 1 equal to 0, which is t equal to minus 1. Here t minus 2 equal to 0, t is 2, and t was tan theta. So tan theta is minus 1 and positive 2. These are the two answers we have. So minus 1, tan from negative pi to positive pi we have to do, but let's see where is tan negative. Tan is negative in this quadrant and this quadrant, correct? That means if I start from 0 and go this way, I will reach this line, which is this angle less than pi. And what is that angle? That angle, let's call it theta, equal to tan inverse positive 1, because I have already selected the negative quadrant because of this, so there's no need to write negative here. Tan inverse 1 will be 45 degrees or 1 over 4 pi. So this one is pi by 4. So our answer in this case will be theta 1. The first answer is pi minus 1 over 4 pi. 4 minus 1 is 3. So it will be theta 1 is 3 over 4 pi. Okay, second answer will be in this direction, and we'll stop here in negative direction, and this angle again will be pi by 4 because we will use tan inverse 1, and second answer is going to be negative 1 over 4 pi, right? If we go from 0 in this direction, we write negative, and it's just pi by 4 here, so we write minus 1 over 4 pi. All right, what about this one? It's positive, so tan is positive in this quadrant and this quadrant. So let's find tan inverse 2 and apply in these two quadrants. So using my calculator, I get theta in this case equal to 1.107. So this angle is 1.107 and this is also 1.107. If you want three significant figures, 1.11 we can use. Alright, the first answer from 0 in this direction and we reach here, same answer. So theta 3, third answer will be 1.11 radians. Theta 4 in this direction we get here, this is minus pi, it is 1.11 radians more than minus pi because in this direction we have more. So we will write minus pi plus 1.11. So minus pi is minus 3.14, so it will be minus 2.03. This is the fourth answer. 1, where are the answers? Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's see what is next. It's an identity. They're saying show that from 0 to pi by 2 this identity works. Alright, so we know that this is complicated part LHS and RHS is simplified form. So we'll not touch RHS, we will just look at left hand side. So first identity I'm going to use it, tan theta is sine theta over cos theta. So in place of tan phi, I will write sine phi over cos phi. Second one, we know that sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. This is given in your formula sheet. We can manipulate this as sine square theta equal to 1 minus cos square theta. When this cos square theta goes to the other side, becomes negative, which is exactly here. That is, in place of this, I can write 1 minus, sine square theta in place of 1 minus cos square theta, and there's phi here, so I'll write sine square phi. But it already has a denominator, and this is another denominator. In one of the previous questions, I told you that the denominator of numerator can be multiplied with the actual denominator. So I'm writing the actual denominator sine square phi. After that, I'm multiplying the two. We can do that. And now this is square and square root will get cancelled out. So we are left with only sine phi and sine phi cancel out. Too complicated? Let me do it in 2 steps. So sine phi over cos phi sine phi. This is what we'll get because of the square root and square cancel out. Now sine phi and sine phi cancel. We are left with 1 over cos phi. And 1 over cos phi, you know what, is equal to secant phi. Because secant is reciprocal of cos. Done. Okay. Given that cosecant x is minus 17 over 8. Find the exact value of cot x. We can do it 2 ways. Let me do both the ways. The first way, we know, and this identity is in your formula sheet, that cosecant square x will be 1 plus cot square x, which is being asked. So cosecant square x will be minus 17 over 8 square equal to 1 plus cot square x. 17 will be 1 to 9. 289 over 64. Let's bring this one here. So equal to cot square x. So can I write this one as 64 over 64? Alright, I prefer doing it mentally. You can use your calculator, straight away it will give you the answer. There is no big deal. 225 over 64 equal to cot theta, cot x. Now square root both sides. This square and square root cancel. So cot x, they were asking, will be equal to plus minus 15. Why is 65 here? over 8. This is the answer. Alright. However, they have given this domain 3 pi over 2 to 2 pi, that means the fourth quadrant here. And cot, which is reciprocal of tan, is it positive or negative here in this quadrant? It is negative. That means the positive answer we will ignore and we'll take just negative answer. Minus 15 over 8 is cot x, because cot is negative in fourth quadrant. This was we can write. Alright. I told you I will tell you the second method also. So this is method 2. Let me write here. Method 2. Cosecant x is minus 17 over 8. Yeah? Let's reciprocate cosecant x. It becomes sin x. But we can't reciprocate one side. We have to do it with the other side also. Minus 8 over 17. Now we know this is the fourth quadrant. So we'll just focus on a triangle and we'll assume that this triangle is in fourth quadrant. Okay? Sine is opposite over adjacent, not adjacent, hypotenuse. So if this is theta, this will be 8 and this will be 17. By Pythagorean theorem, we can find this third side, which will be square root of hypotenuse square minus the other side square, which is 15. Right? Now they are saying cot. Cot is 1 over tan. Right? This is what they're saying. So if we find tan, we'll reciprocate and we'll get cot. So in this triangle, what is tan? Tan is opposite, tan x equal to opposite, which is 8, over adjacent, 15. Right? In fourth quadrant, this is fourth quadrant we are talking about, tan is negative. It's minus 8 over 15. And now if we want to cot, cot will be reciprocal of this, which is minus 15 over 8. And exactly same answer as we got in the previous method. Question 8. The diagram shows sector AOB. Center is O, radius is 15 centimeters, angle AOB is pi over 6. Okay. Point C lies on OB, and this is A centimeter long. AC is a straight line. Okay, we can see that. Find the exact value of A such that the area of the triangle AOC, this white part, is equal to the area of the shaded part. Alright. So, first of all, we should know what is the area of this triangle. So, let's plan it, what to do it. So, area of shaded part equal to area of triangle. Correct? That's what they're saying. So we can write the area of shaded part, this one, will be the area of sector, this whole sector, and if I remove this triangle from it, I'll get the shaded part. So I can write area of the shaded part is equal to area of the sector minus area of the triangle, which is equal to area of the triangle. Now these two are exactly same. So let me bring to the other side, it becomes positive. So area of sector will be 2 times area of triangle. Right? And now we know the formula of sector and triangle areas. So area of the sector is half theta r square equal to 2 times area of the triangle is half AB sine C, where AB sides are any two sides of the triangle and C is the angle between those two sides. So let's try to extract information from the given drawing. So first of all, we can cancel this half and this half on both sides so that we are cleaner. So theta is pi by 6 here, r is 15 square equal to 2 times A, any one side of the triangle. So we know 15, so let's use 15. B, second side is OC, but we don't know how much is this. But what we know is that OB, the whole line is 15, and then we subtract A from it and we get OC. So that becomes 15 minus A. And now sine C. Sine angle between these two sides is pi over 6. And what is unknown here? Only A. That means we have to isolate A and get its value. So let's try it. 15 square is 225. So 225 over 6 pi equal to, this is 30, 2 times 15, 15 minus A. Sine pi by 6 is half. So we have very simplified equation now. We can find the value of A. So this 2 and this 30 cancel out. So what are we left with? 225 over 6 pi is equal to 15 times 15 minus A. Alright, so let's divide both sides by 15 so that we get rid of this one. So this 15 cancels with 225, which is again 15. This 15 and 15 cancel out. So what does this give us? 15 over 6 pi equal to 15 minus A. We want the value of A. Let's shift this A to the left side and this 15 over 6 to the right side. So A is equal to 15 minus 15 over 6 pi. We can take 15 common. So A equal to 15, 1 minus pi over 6. That is the final answer. Let's see what's next. For the value of A found in part A, find the perimeter of the shaded region, give your answer correct to one decimal place. So the first part was exact value they wanted, but now they want in decimals. Okay. So to find the perimeter, we should know AC, we should know BC, we know BC now because it is A, we know its value, and we should know this arc. So let's start with arc because that is the easiest part to find out. So arc is always r times theta, radius times the angle that arc is in subtending on the center. R is 15 and that is pi over 6 angle. So we can cancel this. So 5 pi over 2 is arc. Let me have the drawing here so that I can understand easily. So I just got this arc, which is 5 pi by 2, this arc. So now I need BC, right? So side BC will be 15, the radius whole, minus. Okay, so we have arc. Now let's have the drawing here so that we can understand. Okay, so we just got 5 pi by 2 arc here, this one. Now I need BC, which is A, and we already know BC, which is A, and we got that in previous part, which is 15, 1 minus pi by 6. 15, 1 minus pi by 6. Done. Two parts done. Now needed is AC. AC equal to what? And if you see in this triangle, AC is unknown side opposite to angle pi by 6. Can you see? So I can use cosine rule to find this side AC. The cosine rule is A square equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. This side and this angle are opposite to each other. So angle we know pi by 6. So the side will be AC. Let's call it M square. because I can't use A is already used here, so I'm using M. So B and C are the other two sides of the triangle. One is 15, so let me write 15 square here. The other one is 15 minus A square. So let me write 15 minus A. Let's find 15 minus A. Okay, I'll have to find it. 15 minus A will be 15 minus A. The value of A is 1 minus pi over 6. So that is 15 minus 15 plus 15 pi over 6. 15 and 15 cancel. 6. Oh, we got the exactly same as we got for the arc. 5 pi over 2. Okay, so 5 pi over 2 square minus 2bc. Okay, I'll need to shift this one. Okay, minus 2 times 15 times 15 over 2 pi. Okay, so let's find what is m. So m will be square root. Yeah, I'm square rooting both sides. 15 square is 225. And this is 5 pi square. So 25 pi square over 4 minus 2 and 2 cancel. Okay, so did I get 15 over 2 pi here? It was, no, it was 5 pi by 2, so not this one. Okay, so 15 times 5 is 75. Cos pi by 6 is square root 3 over 2. Put this whole thing in a calculator and you'll get the sign AC, which is assumed to be M. I'm doing it myself with my calculator. By the time I use my calculator for this, I would request you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends, and let this knowledge spread out throughout the world and motivate me to make more videos like this. Okay, when I used my calculator, I got 9.09 as 3 significant figures. So now, finally, what is the perimeter? Perimeter will be 9.09 we just got, which was AC. Before that, we got the arc, which was 5 pi over 2. And then we got BC also, which was A, 15, 1 minus pi over 6. Okay, so now we'll put all this in my calculator and they want answer in 1 decimal place. Okay, so I get 24.1 rounded off to 1 decimal place, centimeters. Now let's go to the next one. A vehicle travels along a straight line on a horizontal road. Okay, at time t equal to 0, the vehicle is traveling at a velocity w meters per second. So if t is 0, it is starting at t equal to 0, it is starting from here, so its velocity is w meters per second. Passes point O. Okay, so this point is called O. The vehicle travels at this constant velocity for 12 seconds. So it travels at the same speed till 12 seconds. It then slows down with constant deceleration. So for 10 seconds, right? So this is 12 seconds, 12 plus 10, 22 seconds. It decelerates, that means acceleration will be negative, okay? Until it reaches a velocity of w minus 14. So here the velocity becomes w minus 14. That means 14 less than w, okay? It continues to travel with this velocity 28 seconds. 22 plus 28 is 50. So till 50 seconds, it continues to travel with this speed, okay, until it reaches point A. So this is point A. We started with O, reached A. 450 meters from O. Okay, so from this point to here, it is 458 meters. Okay, distance is involved now. Find the value of W. All right, so whenever we have distance given, the best whenever someone gives us distance along with velocity, the best thing is that we draw a VT graph. So let me draw a VT graph for this situation, and the area under that VT graph will give me the distance, and that's why it's a good idea to draw a graph. So at t equal to 0, this is 0, the speed is w, right? Okay, now it goes with this velocity for 12 seconds. That means till 12 seconds it travels at the same speed. Okay, w. Then it decelerates to w minus 14. Say w minus 14 is here. So for 10 seconds it decelerates. So 22. This is 22. So it reaches w minus 14 after 10 seconds. So this will be the graph here. And the next 28 seconds it travels with the same speed w minus 14. So 22 and 50, let's say 50 is here. It travels at the same speed and reaches A at this speed. Total distance, the area under this curve is 458 meters. So we will equate the area equal to 458 and we'll get W. Let's divide this into different parts. Let me draw a vertical line, so this becomes a rectangle. Another vertical line will make this is a trapezium, and this will be a rectangle again. Let's call it rectangle 1, rectangle 2. So distance will be equal to the area of rectangle 1 plus area of trapezium and plus area of rectangle 2. Let's interpret them by the formula we have for area of rectangle is length times width. Let's say the height, this one is length, W, and width is 12 seconds. Done. This area is done. Now we will focus on trapezium. The area of trapezium is half first parallel line. Let's say this small line is first parallel line, which is W minus 14, plus second parallel line, this line which is vertical W, times height, the distance between the two. Distance between 12 and 22 is 10. Then area of rectangle 2 will be the length, which is 22 till 50, 28. And width is this height, which is W minus 14. This is the total area, which is equal to 458 meters. All right. So it becomes 12W, 2 and 10. We can cancel. So plus 5W, W times 5, okay? Minus 14 times 5 is 70, plus 5W, plus 28W, 28 times 14, 19, no, 39. Okay, equal to 458. Now let's add the W's. 12 plus 5, 17 plus 5, 22 plus 28, 50W equal to 458, and these 70 and 392 go to the right side. 70 plus 392. Okay, so it comes out to be 50W equal to 0, 920. Okay, so W, let's divide both sides by 50. So W comes out to be 0 and 0 cancel, so 18.4 meters per second. Question 10. Relative to origin, okay, let's say this is origin, position vector of P is 3i minus 2j. That means the coordinates of the point P are 3 and minus 2. Okay, this is P. And the position vector of Q is 8 and 13. And these are the position vectors I'm drawing now. This is OQ, this is the position vector of Q, and OP is position vector of P. Alright. The point R is such that PQ is 5 times PR. PQ is a longer vector which is 5 times smaller vector PR. Since they have same point involved in both, that means they are on same line. So I have to draw a line PQ. And R is PR is smaller, that means R will be somewhere in between. Suppose R is here, because one vector is a multiple of another vector only if they are parallel. And since they have P common, they are same line. So PR is smaller and PQ is larger, and this is the equation. Alright. Now, what is the question? Find the unit vector in the direction of OR. So this is the OR. And we want a unit vector in direction of this. Okay, we'll talk about unit vector later. First, we should find OR. So, can I write PQ as, because head is at Q, so OQ minus OP, which is tail, equal to 5 times OR minus OP. Right? So let me write the values I know. OQ is known to us, 8i plus 13j, minus OP is also known, 3i minus 2j, equal to 5 times OR, we don't know, minus 5 times OP. Let me separate them. 5 times OP. And OP was 3i minus 2j. Alright. So let's open the brackets the ones I can. 8i remains 8i plus 13j minus 3i plus 2j equal to 5 OR minus 15i plus 10j. So let's move these two to the left side with others. So 8i is here plus 13j minus 3i plus 2j plus 15i minus 10j. They change the signs, equal to 5 OR. 8i minus 3i is 5i plus 15i 20i. 13j plus 2j, 15j minus 10, 5j, equal to 5 OR. And now we can divide all of them by same scalar number 5. So what does this give us? 4i plus j equal to OR. 5 and 5 cancel. Cancel, and 20 over 5 is, so we got the position vector of R, which is 4i plus j. Let me show it on the picture here. So if this is OR, we just got it. We want a unit vector in this direction now. And to find the unit vector in the direction of any vector, we write its own magnitude and divide the vector by that magnitude. So 1 over magnitude of OR times the vector itself, OR. Okay, so what is the magnitude of OR? 1 over square root 4 square plus 1 square and multiplied by 4i plus j, which is 1 over 25, no 16 plus 1, 17. 1 over square root 17 4i plus j. You can leave your answer like this or open the bracket, which is 4 over square root 17 I plus 1 over square root 17 j. this is the unit vector in the direction of OR. Next one, the position vector of S relative to origin is lambda j. Given that RS is parallel to PQ, let me copy the drawing I had earlier. Here is PQ and RS. So R is here. S is parallel to PQ. RS. Okay, that means RS is also in this direction. Say S is here. Find the value of lambda. Okay, so lambda j, SOS is lambda j. That means there is 0 I before lambda j, right? RS is parallel to PQ means RS will be a multiple, let's say K, of PQ. If two vectors are parallel, they are multiples of each other. Let me say that is K. Okay? So, OR here, rather OS minus OR will be K times OQ minus OP. Right? OR is known to us now, which was 4I plus J. So 4I plus J. And OS, they have given us the position vector of S as 0I plus lambda J. 0I plus lambda J minus, and OR will be in bracket. Okay. Equal to K OQ minus OP. OQ is this 8I plus 13J minus OP is 3 minus 2. 3I minus 2J. Okay, let's compare the two and combine. So lambda J minus 4I minus J equal to K. Here 8I, is that equal to? No, it's minus. 8I minus 3I is 5I. 13 minus minus 2 plus 15J. Right? So let's combine i's and j's here. So it will be minus 4I alone. There is no other I. But j, in j we can write lambda minus 1. So lambda minus 1j equal to k. So let's open this also. 5ki plus 15kj. Alright. So we'll have to find the value of k first, and I can compare i's, because the j direction can never become I and I direction can never become j. So we compare i's with i's. So minus 4 from here equal to 5k from the right side. So divide both sides by 5. K comes to be minus 4, 5. That means this OS, rather not OS, this PS. PS is negative 4/5 of PQ. And negative means S is not where I assumed it's not here. It is actually in opposite direction somewhere in this direction. But we don't need to take care of the drawing. We need to take care of the values. So we have to find the value of lambda, right? So now we'll compare the j's with this j. So lambda minus 1 will be equal to 15k. Lambda minus 1 will be 15 times k. We just got minus 4 over 5. This cancels 3. So lambda minus 1 is equal to minus 12. Lambda equal to minus 12 plus 1, which is minus 11. This is the value of lambda. Question 11. It's just a single part question with worth 7 marks. Okay, so the diagram shows part of the graphs of 6 plus e to the power 4x minus 5 and x equal to 2. This one, the line x equal to 2 meets curve at B. Okay, 2B is, these are the coordinates of B. and the line AB is parallel to x-axis. Okay, we can see that. So we know that the x-coordinate here will be 0 and y-coordinate will be b because it's a parallel line to x-axis. So the y-coordinate has to be same. Okay, find the area of the shaded region. Alright, so the plan will be that let's find the area of this rectangle, okay, and subtract the area under the curve. And how do we get the area under the curve? By integrating. So if we remove this white part from the whole rectangle, we'll get the shaded area, right? So can we find the area of the rectangle first? So let's do it. So area of rectangle will be length. Length is 0 to 2, which is 2. And the width is b, unknown. B is unknown, right? 2b. Okay. B. So let's find B first so that we can evaluate this. And how can we find B? In this particular function, 6 plus 4 e to the power 4x minus 5, just put x equal to 2 and we'll get y, which is B. Yeah, it is the y coordinate of this B point. Alright, so y equal to 6 plus e to the power 4 times 2 minus 5. So y equal to 6 plus e to the power 8 minus 5, 3. Okay, let's not convert this to decimal unless we need it later. Okay, so this is the value of b actually. This is b. 6 plus e cube. So we can write here now 2 times 6 plus e cube. This is the area of the rectangle, and now we have to find the area under the curve, and which will be integration. So let me use this one. 0 to 2, 6 plus e to the power 4x minus 5 dx. This is how we'll find the area under the curve, which is the white part. Okay, so let's integrate straightforward. The integration of 6 will be 6x plus integration of this, because the exponent is a linear function, so we copy it and divide this by the differentiation of the exponent. Differentiation of 4x minus 5, just 4, plus c, and done. So we have to just evaluate by substituting 2 and 0 one by one. 6 times 2 plus e to the power 4 times 2 minus 5 over 4 plus c minus 6 times 0 plus e to the power 4 times 0 minus 5 over 4 plus c. C and c cancel out. 6 times 2 is 12 plus e to the power 8 minus 5 is 3. E cube over 4 minus this 0 gone. E to the power 0 minus 5 is minus 5 over 4. This is the value of the area under the curve, which is white part. So rectangle's area minus this will give us the shaded part. Okay, rectangle's area was 2, 6 plus e cube. So area of the shaded part will be 2, 6 plus e cube minus 12 plus e cube over 4 minus e to the power minus 5 over 4. Are they saying exact area or no? So we can give our answer in decimal. Let's use a calculator to evaluate this and we'll get our answer. By the time I use my calculator, I request you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends so that they also get benefited and I'm motivated to make more videos for you. So when I used this one, I got 52.171 and this one gave me 17.0196, which is 35.1513. But we need to give our answer in three significant figures, so it will be 35.2. That's the area which is shaded. Question number 12. This is the last question. The diagram shows a right triangular prism of height h. Okay. This is the prism. This shape is the prism. If you can visualize this, it is inside a pyramid, right, of height 12. This one side is 8 centimeters, okay, and they are asking us to show that the volume of the prism, triangular prism, is given by this, where A, B, C are integers to be found out. All right. So for this, you should have a knowledge of similar shapes. So let me draw this OPQ, this pyramid. I'm trying to draw it a little 3D. This is a smaller one, and then I will draw the pyramid OAB. Okay. Now we know the similar shapes, the ratio of their sides is same throughout. So suppose this is 8, right? And I'm just making up the other one. Suppose this is 2. PQ is 2. That means the ratio is 1 to 4, right? 1 to 4. So same will be the ratio of this side and this side. Same will be the ratio of this side and this side. And same will be the ratio of the heights. What is the height of this? From this vertex till the base, from the vertex till base. This is the height. The ratio of the heights will also be same. What I mean, this 2 was made up of it, okay? What I mean, the height of the big pyramid ratio, the height of the smaller pyramid is same as the side of the big pyramid over the side of the small pyramid, okay? Now substitute the values we know. The height of the big pyramid is 12, given here. Height of the smaller pyramid will be 12, the height of the big pyramid minus the height of the prism, because this is the height ending here at this point, okay? And the point from here to here is h. So the height of the smaller pyramid is 12 minus h. Let me show you on the drawing. This is the height O and C up to, not OC, sorry. O and this center of the triangle. This is the height of the smaller pyramid, okay? Same ratio will be of the side. Side of the bigger pyramid is 8. And let's call PQ, which is the side of the smaller pyramid. By chance, that is also the side of the prism. And that was the purpose. Let's call it X. And because there is no X, X is my creation, I want this X to be in terms of H, because finally they are asking us to express in terms of H, right? So this gives us, by cross multiplication, X goes there and 12 comes down, and 12 minus H multiplies with 8. So this is times 2, this is times 3. X comes out to be 2/3 of 12 minus H. Now let's focus, since we know the side PQ now, this is PQ, okay? We should focus on prism now, because they're asking the volume of prism, and volume of any prism. Volume of any prism is equal to the base area multiplied by height, okay? Base area is shaded for you in this drawing. I've seen this shaded part is the base area. We find the area of this, and height is given as h, right? We'll multiply with h. So let's focus to find the base area here. Let me draw the triangle. This is the triangle. This is PQ. Just found it that the total length of this PQ is 2/3 12 minus h, right? and we want to find the area of this triangle. What is the area of triangle? Half base times height. Correct? Base is known to us now. 2/3 12 minus h. So it will be half 2/3 12 minus h. Problem is to find height of this triangle, not the 3D shape. This triangle, let's call it y. This is the height I want to find out. So let me break this triangle into two parts now. This way. Only the right side I'm drawing. Of course, this is 90 degree because this is isosceles triangle. Yeah, it is actually equilateral triangle, but I'm calling for the sake of understanding that these two sides are exactly equal. So this side is half of 2/3 12 minus h. That means it will be 2/6 12 minus h. Yeah, that is half of 2/3. Half of 2/3 of 12 minus h. Rather, we can write 2 and 2 cancel 1/3. In place of this, I can write 1/3. 1/3 12 minus h. Okay, so let me undo this and write it again. So it will be 1/3 12 minus h. This is the equilateral triangle. That means this angle is 60 degrees. That means I will write 60 degrees here. I want to find y, and y can be found with tan ratio. Tan 60 will be opposite over adjacent, right? So y will be equal to tan 60 is square root 3 multiplied by 1 over 3 12 minus h. This is the height of this triangle, and now this is the height we needed, and we will substitute here in place of the height of the triangle, which is, what did I get? Square root 3 over 3 12 minus h. Okay, square root 3 over 3 12 minus h. This is the area of the base of the prism they are asking, this area. Okay, so 2 and 2 cancel. Square root 3 over 3 times 3 is 9. 12 minus h square. This is the base area, and I have to multiply by h for volume. So volume becomes times h. But they want in format of a quadratic, right? Square root 3 over 9 we got. This is the quadratic they want, and h also they don't want outside, they want multiply. So we can write it now. Square root 3 over 9 and expand this, a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2 times a, b, and there is h outside. So which is square root 3 over 9, 144 plus h square minus 24h times h. Now let's convert it to the format they want. Volume equal to square root 3 over 9 and cube first, so h square times h becomes h cube, then 24h square plus 144h. A is 1, B is minus 24, and C is 144.